once more, hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right, what is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to you guys with another interview, and today I'm interviewing Maria, aka DJ Tumbles. She's from the show Members Only Palm Beach. So please introduce yourself so that people can know who you are that may have not watched it or want to know you further than Members Only.
Okay. Well, first of all, who hasn't watched it? Hello. So it's Members Only Palm Beach, and it's on Netflix. I am Maria Cosamanis, which is my daytime persona. And I'm also DJ Tumbles. I have, an alter ego that I DJ under. And so it kind of fits the split personalities. But yeah, I'm two people in one. And I'm on the new Netflix show. We are top 10 right now, so I'm excited.
Yes.
And I'm excited to be here.
Perfect. Where did the DJ Tumbles come from? Like, where did that originate from?
So when my husband first met me, he was like, man, you're like a shit show. He's like, you come tumbling into the room and you wreak havoc, and then you tumble out like you were never in here. So it was kind of like tumble in, tumble out. So when I started DJing, it was like, okay, Tumbles, you come in, raise the roof, and then you're gone.
Right. Now on the show, we did see your love for DJing. So where did that originate to where you wanted to pursue music? You wanted to pursue DJing?
I've always been musically inclined. Like my whole life, I was into dance, and I've just always been really creative. I met my husband. We've been together for 18 years, but he used to DJ back in the day. He's a chiropractor now, and we're completely different business, but that's how he put himself through college. So during COVID, trying to stay sane, I was like, teach me how to DJ. Teach me how to DJ.
Teach me how to DJ.
Yeah. So he taught me, and honestly, I just kind of took to it. It grew legs. And then the world opened back up after quarantine, and I got my first gig, and then my second gig, and everybody was like, Tumbles. And I was like, oh shit, they're calling my name.
Now, what would you describe your genre, your sound? Is it the house music? Because right now I feel like house music with DJing, everybody. I even saw a DJ recently. Her name's DJ Sky. She announced that she's going into house music. So what would be your definite sound?
So I play open format, which is pretty much everything. But I feel like the history of music, people who have a true appreciation for music, even the entire arsenal of the house music, everything's born from disco. And even though some of this, these eras were before me, I am such a 70s, 80s, 90s baby. A lot of what I play, even the house music, because I play a lot of different house music, whether it's tech house, disco house, a lot of it still has remixes that are rooted from Motown, and whether it's R&B or 2000s dance. So I play everything, but love house music. There's so many different genres. I'd say that my strongest point is I love me some disco. I will always be a disco baby. Love the Motown, the 80s, 90s, and of course, everything in between. Anything I play, even when I play hip hop Drake, it's usually got a little bit of a flair to it, a little bit of a tech house beat. So then I can get everybody in the room, whether you're a hip hop head, whether you're a dance queen, everybody's kind of bouncing around.
Dancing queen.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You getting casted on the show, right? How did it come about? Was there one person spearheading, getting the girls together? How did it come about to you ending up on now Netflix?
So pretty much all the girls on the show, with the exception of one, I was already friendly with or good friends with. I came into the mix because at the country club, I do a lot of charity work, and I DJ a lot of charity events and huge galas. And that's kind of how I give back. So they loved, as soon as they kind of found me in the mix, they loved the idea that she comes in through the back door, she comes in through the front door, Yeah. So they was kind of she sits at the table with the rest of the ladies and she breaks bread, but then she's also the baddie that comes in through the back door, and she sees stuff that other people don't see. So it kind of, I think, sparked an interest. And then they knew that I knew one of the girls. I knew Rosalind because she does a lot of charity. And then Ro-mina was the newbie, but somebody had already brought her in, and she was a total music girl. So I already had connected with her a little bit, and she was trying to hire me for a birthday party. So
Right.
I think naturally when, production came to town and they were in Palm Beach, they were just kind of like, yes, yes. And it kind of came together. And I think that was the angle. Obviously, that really got me in was the DJing. I mean, I think if
Right.
I was like not DJing, then I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Now, was there any apprehension in joining the show? Because you are what out of all of the cast members, I feel like we're one of the most vulnerable in putting like their lives out there. Like, where is there any apprehension? Like, oh, like I don't want to like put all my business out there because now all of America knows you guys.
You're so right. And it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I think anytime I get into something, like my husband is my sounding board because honestly, like we're like yin and yang. I'm like the crazy wild one that like runs with scissors and he's like the grounded one, like keeps us alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, listen, like, what do you think about the show? And he's like, I think it's a great opportunity. It'll get your music out there. I think you should do it. Did I know really what I was getting into? I mean, no, I'm just such an open book that I can't be anything else but myself. So once we started filming, that I think I'd be a sopping mess and I'd be like, oh, I mean, at the time I was going through it. At the time I was going through it. I just happened to be at a stage in my life where I was doing a lot of therapy and I was just kind of trying to deal with a lot of stuff from my past, like with my mom and my dad. So it was just a perfect storm. Like we started filming and I was dealing with that. I really didn't want to bring it to the table, but I'm not a fake person. So
Right.
I ran with it. I was like, whatever. I'm like, these are either going to love me or I'm never going to be invited back.
No, I love watching reality TV, and like on my recap I did, I was like, she's my favorite, but because I could tell like you're the same way on and off camera. Like you're not gonna switch out your personality and like act like something you're not just to be like on it. So
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, I like her.
Yeah, absolutely. What you see is what you get. And I'm just so always like 100% myself. I can't be fake. Like it makes me, when people are acting fake, I start to break out into hives. I'm like, what's happening right now? I'm like, why are you acting like that? This isn't how you are.
Now, we saw on the show, you spoke a lot about your childhood trauma in regards to your mother. You said it on the show that you weren't on speaking terms, at least at the show. Are you on speaking terms with her as of now? And then also, are you still in therapy in regards to those issues?
So I've been in therapy, honestly, on and off my whole life. I found a place where I was like, God, this is where you can come and take like a really good emotional shit. Like it is literally like the bathroom for your emotions. I'm like, oh, this feels so good. So I've been doing it on and off for years. It's very helpful. With the relationship with my mom, it's been challenging. I've had people reach out to me and they're like, but it's your mom. And it took me a long time to realize the concept that blood, they say blood is thicker than water, but also too, sometimes that doesn't hold true, especially when the relationship never was, originated that way. Like, you know what I mean? It never had that substance to begin with.
Right.
And unfortunately, sometimes you have to make decisions in your life that if there isn't going to be a savior in your story, you need to be the hero in your own story. I tried a long time, many times, and it just unfortunately ended up becoming something that I was willing to bring, like, like myself in a improved way to the table. But unfortunately with my mom, it's something that she just didn't have any interest in doing. So unfortunately, I had to protect myself, and I had to, of course, protect my son too, because it was like years that he was growing up, and it's unfortunate. It wasn't a decision that I made lightly, but at this time, I'm still protecting my peace. And listen, I lead with love always. Like, I feel like I love the world. Like, seriously, like I love everybody. I don't like to be mean. I don't like to be like non-inclusive. So it weighs heavy on me, but I have found peace with it. It's not to say that if she ever showed up and there was progress, that I wouldn't be open to it. Of course I would be,
Right. And that's what I think was so like great about your stories, because we got to see more of a personable story with you in regards to your story versus the other ladies. So that's why I feel like you were a lot more relatable than some of the other ladies for sure. Now, also on the series, we did see that a lot of it had to do with the etiquette and also bringing in Miss Ro-mina into Palm Beach. Okay. Now, watching the show, right? How did you feel about some of the things that your friend went through? Because you guys were the tightest, like on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough for me. The funny thing is that this is something that we live all the time.
Right.
And I've always said to myself, like when I landed in Palm Beach, I'm like, this is wild. Like, this is wild. Like, this is so unbelievable. Like this is like not reality. But then obviously being around it for so long, I became accustomed to it. But then when the show came along, I was like, okay, this is great. Because now other people are going to see this crazy place.
Right.
Like these are cray, and the world is going to see it. Now we're going to be like, see, I see it too.
Right.
So, but you know what it is though? It's one of those things that it's wild. And it's sometimes you're like, oh God, it's like horrible, but you can't stop subscribing. You can't stop showing up. Like it's like
I watched it in one sitting.
I'm telling you, I've seen comments and people have been like, this is horrendous. God, I need a season 2.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So with Ro-mina coming in, it was already stuff that I had gone through because I'm a little bit more progressed than she is. So she comes in and I see her starting to go through it, but her approach was different. And I really have always tried to tell her, listen, you don't have to change who you are. You just got to be a smart business person. Like I don't show up fake, but I know how to work a room. Like when I'm doing a charity gala, I put on my face. It's like, you suit up for work, you work the room, you come home, you take everything off. It's a nice day, But with Ro-mina, I don't think she understood that balance. She's kind of like, I am who I am. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. So she caught a lot of heat and she kept saying to me, listen, I can handle it. I don't care. I don't care. And I did see her not caring because that's the side of Ro-mina that I love. Right. But then, like especially watching it back because I wasn't there for everything. I started to see her like crack at the seams. She was becoming a little unraveled. And I'm like, my poor Ro-mina. So even when
You're
her
like,
and
now
I
you know why I cry.
Yeah, exactly. The funny thing is she was like, you cry too much. And then by the time I brought her to therapy, by the time friggin' this Palm Beach was done with her, man, they kicked her out the other end. She was sobbing and bawling. She had hives. She's like, I'm falling apart.
No, that was crazy. The hives, I was like, oh my, like, I don't think I've ever seen that on reality TV before where like somebody physically started to have like an outbreak due to the stress of the show. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. She called me on a Sunday and I'm like, what's up? She goes, I'm going to the emergency room with Roman. I'm like, wait, what? She goes, I know I have to film tomorrow. I know what's happening. I got all this shit all over my body.
Now,
so
also,
it's just wild.
On the show too, it shows that she was caught in between you coaching her about the Palm Beach lifestyle and then Rosalind and then Gail coaching her as well. So watching that now and that whole back and forth, what was the conversation between you and her? Because if you were like me, I was like, oh, at some points I'm like, I don't like the way she's doing Maria.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and this is the way I see it. Obviously, perception is reality.
Right.
And Ro-mina and I have like heavy conversations. Like we're very deeply rooted in our friendship. And I would say that I am in Ro-mina's best interest. So my advice comes from a place where I put her first. I feel that sometimes the advice that other people are giving Ro-mina, they're putting themselves first, and I feel like, hey, you can't come to the table, girl, because you're making us look bad. Like you showed up in a midriff friggin' little belly dancing outfit in front of the Marines and you nearly got me expelled, from the cool girl table. Rosalind was like, you better buckle up because, so I think a lot of times the advice that comes from there is just, it comes across sometimes as judgy, even when it's meant well, it doesn't compute, it doesn't translate well, and I feel like with me and Ro-mina, it's always like, girl, I got you. Like, don't let these people make you feel like you're not good enough, and I think the advice, the way it was coming from the other side, kind of made her feel very much that way, I don't know whether that was the intent, because listen, I've seen Rosalind, I've hung out with her and there's very like sweet sides to her. So I don't know what her intention was, but I do know sometimes that our delivery is sometimes off, and I'm not perfect. Sometimes my delivery is off, you know what I mean? But I'm open to feedback. So, but I always want to see her succeed. Like I see a girl that has dreams and she wants to be here. Like people are like, why are you trying so hard to get in with people that are being so mean to you? Palm Beach is the most intricate little friggin' bubble. I don't think there's any other place in the world that is like Palm Beach. And it's just, she wants what she wants. She sees opportunity in, she landed here. She wants to work with charities. She wants to give back. And I'm like, listen, I'll help you make it happen. You know, I brought her in with my charities and stuff like that. But you do sustain bruises and scrapes and shit. Like you come home and it's a beautiful room and it's all like tea party, but like emotionally, you come back with like battle scars.
Right.
You know?
Now let's talk about the legacy of Palm Beach. So I did a little research, right? I found a book called the Palm Beach, The Legacy. Is that the same as the Book of Legacy? Because all we kept hearing is through Gail is about the Book of Legacy, the Book of Legacy, the Book of Legacy. Did we ever find out what the Book of Legacy was since filming has commenced?
No, I think honestly, I think there's like 4 different volumes and copies, and everybody writes their own. Like shit, I'm actually going to publish one with Ro-mina, and it's going to be called the Book of Legacy for Misfits. Like seriously, you know what it is?
Legacy.
Yes, exactly. I think the number one thing is like, unfortunately, I have to say this. I have a lot of great friends in Palm Beach, but it's like gilded hypocrisy. It's unbelievable. So like, even if you get your hands on one of the copies, like who wrote it? You know what I mean? And who was before them? And what the are they talking about? And do they even have friends? You know what I mean? I think Gail, like, I don't know, maybe somebody wrote her the book. I don't know. Maybe it was like a children's coloring book. We didn't even look at the title. Like, I don't even know what the book was. I'm a little skeptical. But, you know, listen, I will tell you one thing about Palm Beach. There is legit hierarchy and there is legit things to be honored. But then there's also like when people got a lot of money, they got nothing better to do than to create award ceremonies and create books and create things. And they're like, congratulations, you just won the award for like, you know, the biggest legacy of the legacies of the legacies. Right. And I'm like, what the is that?
What is that? You're right.
What is that? So it's hilarious because, you know, it's always like, oh, she's the queen of this from the luncheon. I'm like, huh? So yes, there are books. I don't know which ones I've seen. I can't vouch for any, but there are many, I will tell you that. And there's probably 5 of them sitting on Gail's coffee table.
Gail needs to put out, you know, a 2026 Book of Legacy volume, you know, a new one.
So listen, listen, love her or hate her, I'm telling you, like, honestly, it's like she is, I can't even, I really hope this season 2 comes along because I can't even, like, I want the world to just see like the updates, like what's transpired since then, because I'm just, every time I run into these girls, I'm like, are you shitting me right now? I'm like, what is happening?
Now, also on the show too, there was a lot of discourse around the clothing as well. So of course, Ro-mina got a lot of criticism for sometimes having her cleavage out, sometimes midriff, all of that, right? Some of the scenes you were not there for. So do you feel like there was a little bit of hypocrisy in how some of the women criticized, you know, how sometimes you would dress or Ro-mina would dress?
Right. I mean, listen, absolutely. I feel like, and you probably saw it in different scenes in different episodes. It's, again, hypocrisy at its finest, you know, darling, you can never show your boobs and your knees at the same time. And then all of a sudden I'm like, look at your Instagram, bam, 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 bam. And she's like, oh no, that's a split. A split is different. Oh no, that's a luncheon. Daytime is okay. Nighttime is. I'm like, you know what? Stop making shit up. Like, stop making shit up. So I feel like a lot of times, this is what I said, I feel like the rules in Palm Beach, they bend them like Pilates. Like they really do. They just put things in their favor. Yes, there are certain things. Would I show up at the country club with all my tattoos hanging out? Of course not. I'm at a very respectable, you know, function, and I make sure that I show up covered up. I don't have things hanging out in people's faces. I mean, these things ain't small. Okay, they're not small. I know how to dress them down when I show up somewhere that they're not literally falling in somebody's plate with like martini olives, you know? So it's, you have to understand how to, you know, navigate. I feel again, like Ro-mina is like, I have my clothing line and don't tell me and da-da-da. Listen, some of the dresses they put her in, no. Okay? Just no. No. It looks like a tablecloth from a picnic.
Which one do you think was like the biggest like no out of the events watching it? You were just like, oh my God, I wish I was there. The aqua with the orchid flowers, you know which one I'm talking about. It looked like it came from Gail's grandmother's friggin' like attic, like her great grandmother's. Like I'm like, what? No, where does that come from? The Dolce and Gabbana dress.
Was it Dolce and Gabbana?
It was either that. Okay, it was either. I'm thinking of either it was a Dolce & Gabbana dress or it was
couldn't
the one.
Have been.
No, it was the one at Taj's event when she did the belly dancing.
Taja's event. So wait, Ro-mina actually wore a really nice dress. Oh, she wore a really nice designer dress. Yes. And that was one that was custom made for her sister-in-law.
Right.
By Dolce & Gabbana.
So
So
it's
that
not
one was
that one.
beautiful.
It's not that one.
No,
It's not that one.
I mean, I would say if I had to judge my own friend, because listen, I'm an honest friend. Like when a girl says, "Hey, do I look fat in these pants?" I'd be like, "Bitch, your ass looks fat." Like not in a good way. Take them off.
Right.
But the outfit that when we did the 1920s, the Addison Meisner party at my friend Coco's house, and she wore that blue Grecian, like the bird
one.
Like literally, Ro-mina's like, I'm leaving, and literally her outfit took another 6 minutes to leave the room. It was like dragging with like plates and dogs on it.
Oh man.
So yeah, that one was like, listen, Ro-mina, I love you, maybe,
right.
You know.
Now watching the show, was there any scenes that you saw that you were like, oh my, like it shocked you because either like you didn't think that the person said that, or you shocked at what happened?
Listen, I like to make up with people. So even at times when I wasn't okay with people, you know, I mean, I heard some stuff that Hillary said that obviously wasn't said to me while we were filming.
Right.
You know, and you know, truth be told, did I feel like it was a little bit of projection? Perhaps. I mean, listen, I've never in my life been called a narcissist. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I've seen freaking like 12 therapists. Like none of them have ever pegged me. Like I've been pegged a lot of things, multiple personalities, like many freaking highs and lows.
I don't see narc, no.
No. So there was that. And I was like, mirror. But whatever. Again, I'm not looking to digress. I was like, okay. I'm like, I didn't hear that. And then also too, like, when somebody just is not ready to put something in their ownership basket, you know, and I'm watching stuff come back when it was between me and Rosalind and, you know, Ro-mina and our friendships. We have my friendship with Ro-mina and her with Rosalind, completely different friendships. And, you know, at a point, it wasn't even that I was jealous. It was that I felt a little resentful that Ro-mina gives Rosalind a lot of passes because she sees Rosalind as more delicate. And because Ro-mina and I are like, she feels that I can take it because I'm rougher. So a lot of times she's like, Maria, I don't want to go back and cause tension because I don't want to hurt her feelings. And she's like, I know you can take it, so just shut up and eat it. So I did eat a lot of stuff. Like I was like, okay, I'll eat it. You know, but there were times that I was watching things back and I was like, hold on a second. I was like, Palm Beach polygraph. Hi, can I make an appointment for 2?
Right.
I'm like, hello.
The toughest scene, at least for me, to watch it was the scene where she sat with Gail and then Ro-mina left. She was with Gail and Rosalind and then Ro-mina left crying. That's the scene I was like, oh, I wish Marie was there. Like that made me feel, that was a tough watch.
Ro-mina and I watched that together because we got together in our pajamas and we did like a little watching party. And I watched that with her. That was hard for me to watch. I'm actually going to cry thinking about that right now because I've never seen her push to that point. So when I see somebody hurt like that, I'm like, I feel like I'm such a Robin Hood for like people, like kindness. And like when I see somebody hurting, I feel like swooping in and being like, be nice to my friend. You know? So that was hard for me to watch because I knew that was probably a really like breaking point for her. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you saw what her eyebrows looked like when she came here as an immigrant, the poor thing. She probably went through hell with that freaking caterpillar.
Right. Now she looks good.
Leave her alone. I know.
Right. Now on the show, of course, you guys throw a lot of charitable events and some of you guys, of course, are on boards. How important it is for you to give back now that you do live a glamorous lifestyle?
It's so important. So important. You know, I've been very fortunate with, you know, we work really hard, my husband and I, and we've been very fortunate because we're very driven people. But I'm also not somebody that likes to squander. You know, I don't live like at this level of opulence where it's just, it makes me feel kind of gross. I don't listen, I don't judge people who choose to do that. For me, I choose to take my hard earnings and spend it on experiences. Because I feel like those are memories. You know what I mean? We take friends away. Like we are always taking people like anywhere. Like if I'm the one that's made the most out of all my friends, I like to share that. I don't like to feel, you know what I mean? I'm like, don't worry, I got dinner. Come on, we're going to the Bahamas. Come on, get on the boat. I love to share my happiness. And I give back to charity, whether it's with money, whether it's with my time, I DJ. I love to elevate an event because I've been brought into events where they used to have like live bands, different entertainment. They bring me in and it changes the game. And I love that. I love to make people happy. Like when I spread joy, I'm like, I don't know you people right now, but like we are emotionally connected right now. And that fills my heart. Like that for me is like soul food.
Right.
Totally.
And you do it through the
Yeah.
music. That's important.
Music
Right.
connects. It is the best church. It is the best spoken gospel. It is the best friggin' lessons in life.
Right.
Music connects. It breaks down barriers. Like I get goosebumps talking about friggin' music. I love it.
You're right.
You know?
One of my subscribers, they said, please ask her what is her workout routine. They were like, please, Pierre, what's her workout routine? Her arms are amazing.
So listen, I do work out a lot. My husband is a chiropractor. We are both very much into wellness. We like cold plunge, we sauna, we work out. So one thing I will say, and I am planning on sharing my workouts sometime soon. I am coming out with everything because I love, again, to share. Yes. But the one thing that keeps me at this level is that a long time ago when I was seeing one of my many therapists, she said to me, she goes, I'm going to give you a script and it's not even a prescription that you can fill in the pharmacy. She said, get your ass outside. Get your ass outside. And she said, move. She said, move. She said, it is a renewable, like literally resource that you can't prescribe, you can't buy. And the amount of dopamine and like the chemistry that it puts in, like it is therapeutic. I come from a family that struggles with mental health. So for me, when you see this, that is a result, that is just a symptom of me caretaking here.
Right.
So a lot of times, like even Ro-mina said to me, she's like, girl, enough. Your arms look too toned. I'm like, I'm sorry. That's like genetic. Like that's like just a symptom of what I'm working on. I just can't stop. I love the push. I love the pain like when I'm working out. It feels good. It's like you built this, and I want to be healthy. I don't want to die young.
Right.
I'm like, my husband's going to be cuter and then I'm going to die young. And then he's going to find somebody cuter to spend all the money that I actually made on this. No, right. I'm going to outlive him and spend his money. No, just
Now on the show, we saw it ends with Hillary like on the hot seat. Besides Ro-mina, who do you feel like you're some of the closest to besides Ro-mina?
Believe it or not. I mean, listen, at one point in time, even Taja and I used to hang out pretty steady. And then, we kind of got busy. Ro-mina and I, we just have a lot of parallels that makes us kind of see each other more often. Rosalind more I see through charity and stuff like that. And as much as you saw Hillary and I throw it down, during the season, I would say that Hillary is, after Ro-mina, somebody that I actually respect because, listen, she might not do self-reflection at the level that I do, but I got to give it to her. Like, she's pretty respectable in the fact that she just says it like it is. She, as far as I know, outside of me and Ro-mina, she was the only other one to say, I'm sorry in what I gather. So for me,
like you're talking posts after the show, she said sorry.
Everything, even on screen. Like I watched that back and I saw her apologize at one point, I think to Ro-mina. Like that for me is huge. Like if I can have a relationship with somebody and they actually have insight and they have the wherewithal to understand, like that to me is cool. We can, we can jive. But if somebody it's hard for me. So, you have different layers of friendships. So I'm cool with everybody, like all the girls, like we have a great time when we all go out. Like we're wacky. I'm DJing, Rosalind's freaking dancing like from her like back in the day. I'm like, what the hell, girl? Who taught you how to twerk like that?
No, when they showed that throwback video, I'm like, we need to know more about that because it's like a hidden secret.
I was like, man, no wonder your husband has stuck around so long. No wonder he'd be smiling all the time.
I know she watched that like, oh my God, how did Netflix get a hold of that footage?
I think maybe, but I think a little bit secretly she kind of likes it because once in a while she'll post one of those videos and she'll be like so proud of herself.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
We're going to ask some quick fire questions to end it off. So what would be your dream DJ collaboration?
Dream DJ collaboration. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I mean, listen, I have so many favorites. I've got like David Guetta, I've got Fisher, I've got like Tiesto, I've got, there's just so many amazing DJs. I was fortunate enough to open for Paulo Confold already. So I'll take anybody that is probably like, I've got like 20 of them. I don't discriminate.
Right.
I'll play with anybody. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, what do you think is the biggest misconception of some of yourself from somebody watching you on the show?
Biggest misconception is, I think pretty much is, like the show is like a snapshot of our lives condensed in that period of time. That I really am kind of like, oh, poor me. I'm really not that kind of person. I just really like to emotionally connect. So it's not even kind of like I'm like, oh, soppy all the time.
Mhm.
I'm just very colorful
Mm,
and I'm very giving and I'm funny. But it's like when I'm an asshole, it's only because I'm probably defending
mm,
something that felt like, that was triggering, or it's an attack on me or the people that I love. Other than that, like I'm probably your new best friend. Like anybody watching, like if they had time to break bread with me for like half a day or like whatever, they would like love me. And I'm not just like toot toot. It's because I really try to invest myself in people. Like, you know
right.
what I mean? Like people like to be remembered. Like when I play music, it's like, who cares about my mixing skills? Like people will always remember how you made them feel, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Watching the show, I could see that. That's how out of everybody, I'm like, I like her the most. Like, I
Hey,
like
listen,
her.
and I watched that one review that you did,
Yes.
and I gravitated to you because listen, your laugh was contagious. The descriptions you used, they were fun, they were playful, they were honest.
Yeah.
We all took a little bit of hits, but I'm like, I like this guy. I'm like, I'm going on there. I'm like, because I could get with you. I really like it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, what is one thing the cameras didn't catch that the viewer would be shocked to know? Like there was something that maybe they didn't show us.
So the funny thing is we filmed a lot. Like
Hmm.
they probably end up using maybe 20% of what they filmed. So we
Mm,
filmed a lot. Like there were scenes that I filmed like with my family and my husband. And he actually, like, Lord bless him, he showed up a lot and filmed with me. But
yeah.
a couple of the comments that on my page, they were like, oh shit, I didn't know you were married.
Are you serious? He was at the DJ event. That's how you know they were paying
I know.
attention.
I So the funny thing is like I just, like they keep the story obviously centered
Yeah.
around the ladies in Palm Beach and they show some of our lives, but obviously it's not a 24/7 camera. So
Yeah.
some people are surprised to just see how I am like when I'm not in that world. Like I'm just simple, I work out, I'm in my sweats during the day. I'm just like I like to watch Netflix. I'm not a
Hmm.
huge partier outside of DJing. I'm like low
Right.
key. We go on the boat, we go shark diving. I'm a huge adventurist. So
Right.
I think that's probably something that they would find is that I'm not, even though I'm hoity-toity at the events, I come home and I'm just like, tumble rugged, like you're tumbling around, yeah,
Right. Now,
yeah.
what would be your advice to maybe someone that is thinking of moving to a Palm Beach or West Palm Beach? Also, please clarify. There was this whole debate between West Palm Beach and then Palm Beach. Please clarify for the people that are not from the South Florida region to know the difference and the hierarchy of what's the richest town of either or.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me quench my, hold on.
She needs a little
I got
drink
to
for
get ready for this.
that.
I got to get ready for this. So unless you live here, you really won't understand it. It's
Yeah.
wild. We actually recently had even Bethany Frankel posted like a rant video about it because even she was mind blown. She's like, "What
Yes,
the
I
hell
saw
is
that.
happening?"
I saw that.
So once upon a time, Palm Beach, the island, was very protected. It was like you have to cross the bridge and make it to the other side before like it's truly Palm Beach. But the thing is that the island is only 18 miles long. There's only so much real estate.
Mm,
There's only so much inventory. Like, hello, where do you expect us to live all together in a house? So at
right.
some point, what happens is, and there's also many protected rules by way of like, building and stuff like that. So, some of the biggest billionaires started building on the other side. It started becoming so urbanized in West Palm Beach. Billionaires were building mega mansions. So it's basically grown. As with anything, it's a mecca center and everything grows.
Right.
And, the island still stayed as like the philanthropic playground. The only problem is because these beliefs have been passed down, people repeat what they, like it's like broken telephone. Oh yeah, it's not the island. It's not the island. It's like, shut up. Like,
Mm,
do you even know what you're talking about? It's like, bitch, you live in West Palm Beach.
right.
And so now it's like they're trying to elevate it. Like, how some people are like, they call Target Target. So now it's
Mm.
like, West Palm Beach is being called Palm Beach West because
Oh
now,
wow. See, I never
we,
heard of that.
We be
Beach is
westing.
crazy.
We be westing on the west side of Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. I never heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's Palm Beach West. And they're
Okay.
still building. There's an area now that's called Royal Palm, and it's
Oh,
more
yes.
inland.
Yeah.
And now that's even so just watch. Give us another season, May 3, 4. I'm like,
Right.
we'll be hanging out there, you know?
It'll be a spinoff.
But I'm
Members
glad
only
that it's
West
happening.
Palm.
Yeah. Yeah. Geriatric version will be like an episode like in season freaking 26. But you know what the funny thing is? I'm glad that the rest of the world got to see it because it is so wild. This is how we actually live. So I'm glad that you guys are able to see it because I'm like, I told you. I'm like, I told you, you know?
Gosh. Now, if there is a season 2, of course you're going to do it. Now, are you? Would you want to do season 2?
I quit.
Okay, because I'm like, you didn't go, yes.
No, you know what the funny thing is? Honestly, I had a great time filming. And, you know, a lot of times people are like, oh, you know, is it scripted? Is it this? Is it that? Reality TV, they're comparing it to other networks. I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, when I heard that we got picked up by Netflix, they've treated us so well. Like I never saw Netflix in this light. Like this is the other side. So honestly, they became a family so quickly. And I totally would redo it. I would do it again just because of that. And the other thing too is that they allowed us to just be ourselves. Like when people are like, oh, it was scripted, it was not. Like when I tell you that I just brought it and never was I ever like, okay, this is what I got to do today. I just literally like, listen, if it was scripted, then I'm the dumb that showed up and got punked. Okay. Is actually good trying to jump out from somewhere because honestly, I brought it every day. There was like so organic. So that is the one reason why I would do it again was because I've always said that I want to stay true to myself and I just want to be treated with kindness. And so far, so good. So absolutely, I'd be back. Listen, Tumbles has got more. Tumbles has got more to say.
Tumbles got more to say. Okay, perfect. Now, with you wanting to come back, would there be anybody that you would want to bring along with you that we do not know of, or anything like that you may want to introduce the audience to? You have some people in mind?
So, So I will say this. I've always felt passionate about this. I feel like Palm Beach is like, there's like the new Palm Beach and, you know, they're resistant to it, the old Palm Beach. But you know what? At one point, like even Hillary was new Palm Beach. Like at some point she just freaking got here, landed with suitcases. She was new. There's progression. So I feel like I do have a group of wonderful friends that I hang out with in Palm Beach that it would be nice for the show to see. Cause I feel like we heavily saw the old, you know, the Oligard or whatever. So I feel now it would be nice to see some progressiveness. You know, I mean, we saw a little bit of my friend Coco, who's fabulous. And she's like in the charity circuit. She's beautiful. Nice. Like, so I do have like, listen, I got some girlfriends that like, I'm like, okay, they're young, they're hip, they're new Palm Beach, and they're ready to help like cause some waves. So I'm like, I'm hoping I can get my girls to sign up because that'll be fun.
Right. Okay. For sure. Now
I'm hoping we're manifesting season 2.
No, I want you guys to get a season 2. I really do think that if I could sit in one sitting, because I watched it the day before New Year's Eve in one sitting.
Oh my God. I love that we ruined your plans.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I gotta do this on my channel. Like, I have to talk about this on my channel. I have to talk about it. So everybody on my channel is like, oh, I gotta go watch this out. Pierre's talking about it. I gotta go watch it. Now, what do you want to say to the viewers? One last thing you want to say to the viewers? And also, where can we find you on social media all as well?
So to the viewers, I can't even say thank you enough. Like, I honestly felt like after watching the show, I got eaten up a little bit about, oh my gosh, I was crying so much. Like, what are they going to say? I have received such an outpouring of support from people. It is honestly, I stay up all night trying to like respond to people because it's so beautiful. Like people are writing me like, oh my God, me and my mom, this and that. I love you. And I really feel it. Like, it's not just like, okay, yeah, heart. I feel it. Like, I thank you. Thank you. Like, thank you to you. Thank you to everybody. Like, I feel seen. And I love that. I was about to say, I love that. I love that.
No, you can curse on here. We curse on here. Don't worry. Thank you so much.
Man, I'm coming back.
Yeah,
you guys can find me. You guys can find me. My Instagram is Tumbles Official. And my website is Tumbles Music. Maria Cosamanis is the name, and I had a great time. I would so come back and talk with you again anytime.
This time we got to do it in person because I'm in Florida. So yes.
Oh shoot!
I'm in I'm gonna bleep it out because I don't want to get doxxed. But this is pre-recorded.
I'm in.
Right. Yeah. Like we got to do it in person next time. Yes.
We will. That sounds
Yes.
fun. Oh yeah.
That'll be good. All right. Thank you
I'm
so
game.
much for joining for sure. Thank you. Make sure you guys all go over to our social media. It'll all be in the description box and the comments below. And see you in season 2, Maria. Okay?
We're manifesting. Go and binge watch it. 8 episodes. You better.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.